Hi, so, well, what a weekend that was. Now, my plan was to make some batteries until I actually put that video up, and it had a huge response. And guys, I'm really glad you're so interested, because it had over 400 people inquiring about it, which well, it knocked my socks off, actually. And it also meant I spent the entire weekend writing replies to people's emails. It's surprising how much time a sensible reply takes when you have that many emails to respond to. So it really was just the entire weekend writing replies to emails. But I'm just astonished by the amount of people who are interested. I didn't realise it would have such an impact, really, and that so many people would be so interested in it. And it's awesome that you're interested. And obviously the ethos of FWG really is more about empowerment than anything. As you know, we do a lot of stuff on how to make these things and how to go about creating your own carbons. We had this realization that making carbons as a chemist, making batteries and making batteries as a business are all different things, and it's okay to support the making of the carbon, but what was really important really was the final thing, making of the battery, and that's what the plan was. That's what we were thinking, was we were going to support that. And it's kind of more like a entrepreneur support program that we were thinking about. And we put that out there and got a huge amount of response and real interest in it. And we thought that we would carry on with that, actually. So we spent part of the weekend preparing this thing, which is an entrepreneurial support program document that gives an outline of the details of what the support program is all about. Now, one of the things we have to be careful of is people coming along thinking they can take the ideas, run away, corner the market and backstab everybody else. Now, I don't think most people are like that. I think most people are actually just genuine, honest, hard-working, trustworthy people. It's a bit of a Rousseau-esque notion for certain, but I believe basically that at the fundamental, people are just good. Unfortunately, of course, there are a few people who aren't like that, and we have to guard against them, because what we're looking at is creating a group of people, really, who support each other, work together, have their own business that they're running, create their own batteries, create their own business, make the sales for themselves, all that stuff, and yet give some protection against some idiot who thinks they're going to steal everything and run away and build a mega factory that's going to dominate the world market. So we don't want those kind of people. We want people who really are genuine in what they want to do, understand that there's a social dimension to this, that there is an ethos behind what we're doing, and really be part of that ethos. Now, obviously we have to do something about that will help with that situation. So what we decided was we would put in a qualifying condition. That is, in order to take part in the entrepreneurial support program, you really have to be a shareholder of FWG. And the reason we decided on that was because if you're part of FWG and you own the company, as it were, you have a stake in the company, then your tendency to want to run away with that is going to be so much less. The idea of being a part of what FWG is doing and showing that commitment that you're part of FWG is really what I thought would be an important point in helping build the community that we're looking to build. Because we're not looking to have somebody make a battery all by themselves and struggle away. What we're looking for is people who do want to have a struggle, because every business is a struggle, build their own company, build their own business, make their own sales, but have a social dimension. That is, if they come across something new that's going to help everybody, we'll share it between everybody. If they have an order they can't fulfill, there's a group of people they can rely on to say, hey, send me some of your batteries because I've got this order, and it'll happen. So there's a support network involved in that too, and people have to sign on to that social dimension at ethos of the company, as well as getting the details on actually how to go about making a battery and making a business. So we gave a lot of thought to that side of it as well, and that's in the document. And as I say, the main thing is that it represents a qualifying condition, that you have to qualify to be part of this. Because there are just so many people who are interested, that most of them, as I know, are genuine people. And I know there are one or two of them who aren't. And we need to weed those one or two people out because they'll spoil it for the rest of us. And it gives us the ability, I think, to share something and be part of something, sign on to the ethos, and yet run your own business as well. So we prepared this document. Now, I'm happy to send out the document to anybody who wants it. Just write an email to me. All the people who wrote the emails to me on the previous video when we first suggested this as an idea, you've already had both the plan and the document, so you don't need to write again. It's the same document. If you haven't written to me, then drop me a line and I will quite happily send you the program so that you can have a look and see what it is. Now, the next thing we're going to be doing, obviously, making those batteries, given that there isn't suddenly a mad rush again. So I apologise for not getting down to it, but I really have spent the entire weekend doing that. I'm getting down to it now. I thought I'd do this update video first to keep you in touch with where we were. So I'm getting down to that now. And answering all those queries and doing all that follow-up work that we need to do. So thank you very much for the support that you've given already, which I think is just mind-numbing and mind-blowing, actually. Actually, there were a few comments, before I sign off, there were a few comments where I don't think people realise how helpful their comments are. When people make comments or do posts, the help that that post or comment has, the impact it has, goes far beyond the post or comment that you're making. It really is very supportive to everybody who works here, and we work hard, so the support is really well appreciated. It helps us think about things and put things in a perspective that we feel that really feedback on what you want as well. So it helps us respond and change and modify what we're doing to fit what we think is the need from the comments that we're getting. So those comments, actually, I guess sometimes it seems like I don't listen to them. Actually, I listen to them all. The audio being one of the things. I've done my best with the audio. I think it's really getting there now. And all the other stuff that people write about the style of the battery, the performance of the battery, what we're actually doing, what we still need to do, what kind of things we've considered, what kinds of things we haven't considered. All of this stuff helps us tremendously, and it is really, well, we're really grateful for the support, actually. It's astonishing and really mind-blowing how much support there is there and how helpful that support is to us. So even if you don't feel you're being answered properly or listened to, I can assure you are. And I can assure you that the comments and support and feedback that we get, even though it might appear negative feedback, actually it isn't. I understand it's meant to help. It's really well appreciated and does make an impact. So I hope that was of interest, and thank you very much for watching. Oh, by the way, don't forget, if you want a copy of the ESP, then just drop me a line and I'll put my email address in the description below. Anyway, thanks again, and thanks for watching.